misinformation, and emerging technologies. At a time when public trust in election is critically important, Mr. DeMartini's and the Maryland State
and rather we have raised this Asian Community Center from
Councilman Ertel, Councilman Patoka, Councilman Young, especially the District 18 here in this district who have supported and endorsed my campaign. Councilman Ertel has endorsed my campaign. And also police and firefighters have endorsed my campaign. So they believe in me, and I hope you will believe in me also. Please give me a chance to be your next chair. Thank you.
I am not Nick Stewart. My name is Brian Bailey. I am actually the former chair of the Democratic Party here in Baltimore County. That was actually quite a bit ago, but I'm here to talk about Nick Stewart, who was double booked today and couldn't be with you. But you know, Baltimore County doesn't have to continue to settle for this.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Crystal Cody. I am running for Baltimore County Council for District 8. If you've been paying attention, Baltimore County has expanded the number of seats on the council, so they're going from 7 to 9. So I'm running to represent Essex, Middle River, White Marsh, and Chase. And so the reason why I put my name in the hat is a couple of different reasons. I'm a mom, I am a wife, I'm an entrepreneur, and I am a community leader. And for the last 41 years of my life, I have been embedded in Baltimore County. I'm a product of Baltimore County public school system. I went to college in Baltimore County. And so I've been sitting back on the sidelines as I grew up, just watching how the county evolves. And the one thing that I can say, I had the lived experience, but I also had the education. I earned a PhD in public policy because I knew one day I wanted to contribute in the policy space. And so I'm asking you, if you can, to support our campaign. You can learn about me at crystalcody.org for Baltimore County Council District 8.
Everyone, my name is Mike Ertel. I am currently the council person for District 6, which you're sitting in right now. But the new District 6 will shrink a little bit, so I represent basically from Charles Street to Route 40. I have neighborhoods like Rosedale, Parkville, Overly, Lockridge Village, Towson. And one of the is to the county, and anyone running needs to have a plan for that, because we're all in this together and we all rise together. But I'm very excited about I've worked a lot with Harry and just seen a lot of the immigration that's come to our side of town, and it's been very exciting. So I'm happy to be here and honored to be here today, so thank you.
I'll just be later all over the world today, different events. I'm Delegate Ryan, I represent Eastern and Northeastern Baltimore County. So my district, plus Delegate Bundari's district, also Councilman Ertel, we're kind of in that area. So I'm a small business owner. My wife and I have a medical practice. We do like cosmetic medicine, so all the Botox and the dermal fillers, the weight loss and all that sort of stuff, we have that going on in our practice. I'm a father of 6 children. My wife and I have 6. All the way from college to diapers, 19 to 20 months, and a whole bunch in between, 4 boys, 2 girls. So it's a wild household in my house all the time. I have a spreadsheet to coordinate all the different events going on all the time. So I do go home every night, which makes me a little bit different than many of the delegates in Annapolis, frankly, because Harry also goes home every night. We actually usually pass each other on the road in the mornings. We're like, see who's going to get there first. But I go home because I want to be there with my kids in the morning, help get them dropped off and that sort of thing. And I think that's important because it kind of keeps you grounded in the community. You know, Annapolis can often be a bubble when you get down.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me. I also apologize for stepping in a little bit late. My name is Sarah David, and I'm running for State's Attorney in Baltimore County. So let's talk first about who am I. I grew up in Baltimore County. I went to Pikesville High School. I then went to Johns Hopkins. I studied political science and Arabic there. I then moved to Cairo, and then to Morocco, and then came back to the United States to work for the New York City Police Department in their counterterrorism division. I left there and came back here for law school, and then went to work for the City State's Attorney's Office and Maryland General Assembly, where I was chief of staff to the former chair of the Judicial Proceedings Committee. And now I do political corruption and police misconduct prosecutions all over the state of Maryland. And that's how I know Baltimore County is falling behind. We have to make sure that we have a state's attorney's office that is engaging with the community. And it's really important for me to be in front of this community in particular, because one of the things that I've been talking a lot about is how to make our courthouse and our victim witness services more accessible. When people speak different languages, when people come from different places, have different cultures, and want to make sure that they can access the state's attorney's office. Also want to make sure that we are engaging with the community in the community. The state's attorney's office currently doesn't keep or maintain any data. So for those of you who own businesses or work in the community, it's hard for you to have a strategic partnership with an office that really isn't tracking what's happening when it comes to property crimes, right? When it comes.
I'm Delegate Harry Bendari. I'm pre-running. The only reason why I'm running is seeing the possibility of this country. When I came to the United States in 2005, I used to work at a gas station. This country is not only wealthiest on earth, but it is a most generous country. Like an immigrant who was born 8,000 miles away, came to the United States with nothing, just worked with a dream and the knowledge, could get elected, serve in the Maryland General Assembly, pass bill for vulnerable people. And when I see that the Asian Americans are going throughout the state, throughout the nation, there are 500,000 Asian Americans here, 21 million Asian Americans here. And if they contribute to the community, our school will be better, our hospital will be better, then it will be wonderful for our senior citizens. And just I'm wanting to make sure that possibility is achieved. Thank you.
What specific steps would you suggest to improve education, career pathways, internship, and leadership opportunities for young people, including students from immigrant and working class families? We start the first answer from here. Excuse me, 2 minutes per person.
Thank you. Again, Scott Schellenberger, State's Attorney for Baltimore County. That's a very difficult question because my job is one thing, and that is to keep you safe. One of the things I think we have instituted over several years is the school resource officers. We call them SROs. They're in each of the high schools and middle schools. They play an important role in developing a relationship between students and those who.
Council Pat Young, County Executive. Growing up in Baltimore County Schools, I'll be clear, I went through elementary, middle school in Baltimore County Public Schools, and went to Mount St. Joseph High School. And I'm glad I've had the contrast. Glad I've seen sort of two different approaches.
For those of you who got out of the Nimrod Westcott, I'm actually going to answer the question. One of the challenges that are faced by students in Baltimore County Public Schools is mental health, the lack of mental health experts in Baltimore County Public Schools. The state legislature this past session passed legislation that made it easier for mental health professionals to get credentialed in Maryland for working in our public schools.
Need to be strong learning environments, and they need to be safe. In order to have strong learning environments and have safe schools for our children, for your children, is they need to not be overcrowded. Right now, 50 of our schools are over capacity. That's not a safe environment, and that's not a good quality learning environment. And education is a land use factor. People choose where they're going to live by the quality of school that they can send their children. And I will tell you that I was endorsed by the Teachers Association of Educators of Baltimore County because I took action to stop school overcrowding.
So as delegate, I would have some influence over laws that might be passed related to education. The first thing I would like to do is, as an immigrant coming to the United States, it was quite amazing to me to see how America-centric our curriculum is. We're living in a global world. Most Americans don't know how the rest of the world is and what the rest of the world is like. And we struggle when we have to deal with business relationships or other relationships with other countries. We expect them to assimilate to us and to accommodate us. I think our curriculum needs to be a lot more diverse so that we can have that information. That said, I also...
some days ago, I was at McDonough school for a roundtable. And I was wondering, I was going about, why can't every child have a campus like this? Why can't every child have an education that McDonough offers? One day I was driving by Gilman School and I saw Justin Tucker picking up his 2 kids. And I wondered again, why can't every child...
Thank you again, Clyde Boatwright. Clyde Boatwright running for Baltimore County Sheriff. I think it's important to understand that our current Sheriff's Office is operating at 40% capacity. That means there's a 60% vacancy rate. And how do we address that vacancy rate? One, the long-term problem will be solved if we can partner with our local school system to create the law enforcement or public safety equivalent of the ROTC in the high schools. When we do that, we're creating, one, a pipeline to become a police officer, a firefighter, a medic, a dispatcher, a lawyer. We connect these young people in high school to our local police department, our local sheriff's office, and other entities to create an opportunity for them to learn about public safety. With that also,
Not Nick Stewart, but I'm here to say that on his behalf today. I think that's Senator correct Pete, because I don't think I'll change the time the thing is over today. But what I want to say is, again, Nick's got 4 kids. He served on the school board. He was vice chair. He actually went to, I think it was 19 high school graduations when he was on the school board.
To directly answer the question pertaining to what can we do to ensure that children have access to college, education, and internships, there are a couple of different things. One, we have to make sure that we have state-of-the-art education. When I knock on doors and talk to family members, number one, we want to make sure that Baltimore County Public Schools is a first choice, and sometimes it's not. Because when parents and children have identified the passion that their child has, their natural inclination is to send them to the school that's going to help them achieve that dream. Number one, we need to make sure that we're expanding magnet programming in every single school, regardless of the zip code. We need to make sure that there is after-school programming. There are a lot of organizations across Baltimore County, such as Black Greek fraternities and sororities, and nonprofit organizations that have programming to help children who want to become doctors learn pre-med education as soon as the 6th grade. But our schools do not have access. We don't have partnership. So we need to improve partnership with organizations that can provide that after-school programming, especially if there is no magnet education.
Hello everyone again. Everybody's talked about different aspects of this. We have some of the best schools in the state in Baltimore County, and we have some of the worst. We have schools right here in my district where 5% of the students pass the math proficiency test. 5%, that's not a mistake. Often we have less than 20% that can read at grade level. So that's a problem. And ironically, in this country, and this is national, often we have students that are leaving high school with not a lot of direction. You heard from Clyde, we're having more issues recruiting police officers, firefighters. But we also see a lot of people coming out of school with not the soft skills that they need, but there's a skills gap in this country. There's a lot of jobs that are open right now that need people for them, and we're sending students out into the world sort of aimless, if you will. And we have a lot of good mechanisms in this county. CCPC
said this thing, and I believe in. I'm here, we all are here because of education. And I've been teaching for over 20 years, and with my District 8 team and County Council, with all the General Assembly, we passed the bill, Build to Learn Act. And we invested $2.2 million for the state. We passed the bill, Blueprint of Maryland Future. And therefore, in our district, we have brand new school, Nottingham Middle School, like 5 minutes away from here. Rossville Elementary School is right there. And Red Run Elementary School, we renovated that. And that is how we can bring our children out of poverty. And these kids don't believe, a lot of our kids, new generation kids, don't believe in identity politics. So I'm really committed making sure that every child has the same opportunity. Thank you.
Again, I'm Delegate Ryan Araki, so I'm going to focus on three things. I'm a BCPS parent, so there's definitely many challenges that I observe in the schools, but the number one issue that I see in the schools is an absenteeism issue. I represent
for State's Attorney in Baltimore County. I am the proud product of Baltimore County Public Schools. I went to Wellwood International School, Sudbrook Magnet Middle School, and then to Pikesville High School. I'm also the mother of, soon-to-be two, Baltimore County Public School students. And I see we have one school-aged person here, great to be here, and learning about this process. Because I think that one of the things that has changed the most for public safety in my lifetime is safety in the schools. I'm proud to be recognized as a gun sense candidate for Moms Demand Action, because prioritizing safety in our schools is an essential space, obviously violence, but also with other issues that our kids are facing. Our kids are
Thank the journalists for live streaming. So the question goes this way: many AAPI families own small businesses, restaurant, professional offices, and service-based businesses. What policies would you support to reduce barriers, strengthen local businesses, and create economic opportunity for all communities?
So right back up. So in talking about small businesses, one of the things that we've done a lot with this campaign is we're not waiting to be elected state's attorney to do things that are proactive in our community. So if you go to our Facebook page, we have a series that is Keeping Small Businesses Safer with Sarah, where we have interviewed small business owners all over Baltimore County about their concerns. And small business owners and business owners in Baltimore County are very concerned about public safety, and they want a true partner. When I was at the NYPD, one of the things we did was have mutual education programs where we as law enforcement would educate the business community about the challenges that we were seeing, and in turn work with the business community to come up with safety solutions together. And I look forward to doing that when I'm state's attorney, and I think that it's a really important opportunity to engage our communities in solutions together.
There's a couple things we can do for small businesses. I'm a small business owner myself. One of the challenges that we face in this state is the regulatory and tax environment. Depending upon what you look at, there's studies that say that we're either 46th or 50th in economic climate here. During this current term, there have been over 300 new fees either passed or increased in the state of Maryland. We are way out of whack with other states around.
The Office of Workforce, Economic Workforce Development, say that we're very heavy on workforce and light on economic development. At the end of the day, when